Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Bitcoin Analytica. This is your host, Joe Saz, and we're going to be looking at some quick price action, Bitcoin, take a look at some silver, see what's going on in the wider market space. So hopefully we can get a little glimpse of what's going on, and then I will be doing my trade show again later. Yesterday, I did get out of I got in the long, got out in profit, and before I went to bed, I set another catch at 29,000 flat. We did catch that as well. So we'll talk about that on the next show. For now, let's get to screen share and get this party started. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. All right, so here we are, and things are getting a little muddled. We have a good bottom end of this channel, and let me bring this out to 1 minute. Let's go to 10 for now. We have this looks like the bottom end of a channel. This is the top end, probably the 30,000 range, like high 29s, low 30s. And then we have a lot of support signals down here in the low $29,000 range, almost scraping the bottom of 29,000. And this is what's interesting. For a long time, we had a very strong dual band confluence. Perp markets were on this bottom band green, and they still are, but the spot market just above was looking much stronger until we just fell off a cliff the other day. Now we're going sideways, and right now particularly we're grinding out this bottom, and the dual band confluence is waning in and out. What we have at this point in time is not a dual band confluence. In fact, we have about an equal amount of sellers as we do buyers in the order book, and that makes it a fair fight. So on spot markets, not really sure what the breakout direction will be based on what we have here, but we do have some support signals to give us an indication that we should be moving up out of here to test the top end of that channel, 29,900, something like that. RSI is a little cooked on this run, so it looks like I think this is going to be decent trading, because we do have a bottom and we do have a top. We know that there's support signals down here at 29,000. We do know that there's resistance up in the high 29,000s. So I think, if anything, this is a good time to be practicing paper trade. If you don't really trade that often, trade with a little bit of money if you are trading, because it is going to be volatile, especially now that we have such a tight channel. The breakout is probably going to be massive, or the breakdown is probably going to be massive, whichever of the two happens. So yeah, encourage you to continue your education and continue your training, but this is not the time to be putting it all on the long or the short, because honestly, right now with such a tight channel and the uncertainty in the air and the SEC stuff, and the clear obvious fact that there are whales manipulating the market, and the clear obvious fact that headlines that should have absolutely nothing to do with the price of Bitcoin are impacting the price of Bitcoin, that makes me want to stay away from any betting on either particular side as far as the breakout or breakdown is concerned. CME gaps, we have nothing to look at here. No CME gaps, just back-to-back hammers, and that's kind of crazy. We went into a full reversal from a low, flipped all the way up, and completely got shot down up high. So we're looking at something weird here. Now, the trend line support is held for the daily, Bitcoin daily, but we are failing the fight with the short-term moving average, in this case, the 50-day moving average. We are up to test the 128-day moving average for a second time. It looks like we did it right over here on the August 1st, and it looks like we're kind of floating in limbo right now. We did manage to climb back up yesterday and then just completely reverse. So this is a tough fight. It looks like we're going to have to go probably test the 128 again. Right now, that's curling slightly up at 28,500. So every passing day, that's going to climb a little bit. So hopefully we can get that thing up to the 29,000s, make it really be a strong support range, and then we can use that a little bit. Hopefully there will be a lot of traders out there that rely on intermediate term moving averages, have their orders placed there as support, and that'll be good for the bullish case outlook. Now let's take a look at silver, one of my favorites. Silver is experiencing some serious turbulence. Very interesting to me that anything that really represents self-sovereignty and freedom is getting crushed right now. We're seeing Bitcoin get capped out, and we're seeing violent candle moves down, slow builds back up, organic moves back up, and then inorganic massive crushing moves down. Single candle, very, very, very manipulative when I'm looking at it. And then I look at silver, another item, another commodity, right, that represents freedom. It represents self-sovereignty. It's interesting for me to see that we're getting pounded out to the downside repeatedly. I think there's it makes me feel like there's an agenda to push a digital dollar and digital money owned by governments, and I'm not really liking what I see. I don't like this pattern. It can lead quickly to some very bad things. The government making you completely dependent on their CBDC, and I think that there's a possibility that they're trying something. That might be the sum of all the questions as to why the market's been manipulated as of late. This is a very interesting thought. We're going to have to explore this later. So on that note, everyone, I truly appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for the support always. Be careful out there. Obviously, there's some bigger agenda at play, and I think we might be onto something here. So I hope you tune in, and let's talk about it here in the next show. I will be doing a volatile trading show where I actively trade Bitcoin with leverage. I'll be doing that here pretty soon. Maybe just chill for a minute before I get all that set up, but it's going to be a long show. So show up with some questions. I'll be happy to answer them. And honestly, it makes the time go by a lot better. So I hope you guys tune in for the next show with a lot of questions, and we'll be trading. All right, everyone, do some push-ups, sit-ups, and turn your shower water cold, bend out your comfort zone, and stay freaking beautiful and amazing every single day. All right, everyone, talk to you very soon. Peace.